Introduction of enthalpy. Thermochemistry is the study of energy changes which take place during a chemical reaction. Thermochemistry ini ianya adalah satu kajian tentang perubahan tenaga yang berlaku ketika tindak balas kimia. Dan tenaga di sini kebiasaannya kita refer kepada heat iaitu haba. Chemical reaction involves bond breaking and bond forming, perpecahan ikatan dan pembentukan ikatan. Bonds breaking requires energy. Maksudnya untuk memecahkan ikatan yang ada pada molekul ni, kita perlukan tenaga. Apabila tenaga diserap, barulah proses perpecahan ikatan ni berjaya. Bond formation releases energy. Kalau atom dan atom ni nak bergabung untuk membentuk ikatan yang baru, dia akan melepaskan tenaga. Barulah terhasil bond formation. So we can conclude that bond breaking absorb energy, but bond forming release energy. When we learn about thermochemistry, we can't avoid to discuss about enthalpy. The symbol of enthalpy is H. Enthalpy is the amount of energy or heat content of a substance. It is also the energy stored in the chemical bonds. Enthalpy adalah jumlah tenaga atau haba yang ada dalam sesuatu substance. Atau kita boleh kata enthalpy ni adalah tenaga yang tersimpan dalam sesuatu ikatan kimia. Enthalpy of reactant, H reactant, and enthalpy of product, H product, iaitu tenaga reactant dan tenaga produk, cannot be measured directly. But enthalpy change delta H, perubahan enthalpy, can be measured by using a calorimeter. Ini adalah contoh calorimeter. Enthalpy change, the symbol is delta H. It is the difference between the enthalpy of product and the enthalpy of reactant. Ianya adalah perbezaan antara enthalpy produk dan enthalpy reactant. So the formula is enthalpy change equal to enthalpy of product minus enthalpy of reactants. The value of enthalpy change ni sebenarnya menunjukkan the amount of energy absorbed or released by a chemical reaction. As we learned before, we have two types of chemical reaction, which is exothermic reaction and endothermic reaction. During exothermic reaction, heat is released, pembebasan haba. This is the energy profile diagram for exothermic reaction. If the value of delta H is negative 15 kJ per mole, that means during the exothermic reaction, the amount of heat release is 15 kJ per mole. Negative symbol ni hanya untuk menunjukkan bahawa heat is released. On the other hand, during endothermic reaction, heat is absorbed, penyerapan haba. This is the energy profile diagram for endothermic reaction. If the value of delta H is positive 33 kJ per mole, that means during the endothermic reaction, the amount of heat absorbed is 33 kJ per mole. Positive symbol ni menunjukkan bahawa heat is absorbed. Next is standard enthalpy change delta H0. It is the enthalpy change for a particular reaction that occurs at standard condition. That means standard enthalpy change adalah perubahan enthalpy untuk sesuatu tindak balas yang berlaku pada keadaan standard. So what is standard condition? Standard conditions for measuring enthalpy changes is pressure 1 atm, temperature 25 degrees Celsius, and the concentration is 1.0 mol per dm cube, iaitu 1 molar. So enthalpy change dengan standard enthalpy change ni dia benda yang hampir sama. Cuma beza kalau ada perkataan standard di depan, maksudnya perubahan enthalpy tu mesti berlaku pada 1 atm, 25 degree C dan 1 molar. Kalau dia tak ada perkataan standard di depan, maksudnya enthalpy change tu boleh berlaku pada apa-apa keadaan yang bukan keadaan standard ni. There are 6 types of enthalpies: enthalpy of formation, enthalpy of combustion, enthalpy of atomization, enthalpy of neutralization, enthalpy of hydration, and enthalpy of solution. We will discuss in detail for this type of enthalpies in our next videos. Thank you for watching.